Força Brasil. Aí, Mesquita PP, Laboratório Fantasma. É nóis. Assim,
os manos no posto, trampando a contragosto, feliz ou oposto. Aposto que sei da dureza, que é a tristeza deformando o seu rosto. Se calos falassem, talvez o mundo escutasse, olhar no impasse, olhasse, limpasse, brilhavam vocês. Juro, pras minas no fronte, que dor pra contar tem de monte. É tipo uma fonte dela, de fronte ela sonha com um novo horizonte. Trancada na cela ou numa favela. Eita, é foda, João. Pobre menina, sofre de verdade por toda a cidade. Ainda mais porque a palavra liberdade é feminina. Cidade luz, guetos, becos e pretos tristes como um blues. Mano, muçulmano, amor, islã. Assalamu alaikum, aleikum salam. Mil flor, mil cor, mil idioma. Mil cor, tipo índio. Tio por, servos de Roma. Frios por, natureza morta. Legalité pour mon père, s'il vous plaît. Mil familles, mil pour select. Ma révolution est black, noir, check. Em matière, meilleur qu'hier. Ma terre me manque, c'est ma plaque. E o velho sonho, viver em paz. Com o necessário, sem ter demais. Verde mais, verde mais, verde mais. Família.
Père, mère, frère, sœur, ange Kaira. Même thème, cri du cœur, genre ça ira. Même refrain qui vient de ces zones amochées. Noisy LSC, zone à noche. Des vies décalées, des années. Que c'est l'alerte rouge comme condamné d'étaler. S'en aller ou chialer, jamais. Plutôt qu'à l'aide, on entend crier. Pas anné, ghetto couleur café. Non, c'est pas gagné. Si tu voulais taffer, trop de barons, trop de casaniers qui tiendront pas rond de plus que ça ira. Ça ira. Se dit le brave type comme le scélérat. Pour le sale, favelas, même sort, même idée. Qu'on s'en sorte à l'espoir, tous fidèles. San Paolo, zone à Norche. Loisy LSC. Si. Ghetto youth, faut pas stresser. Ici, MC d'AFF. Si.
Tous les ghettos savent que les ghettos salient.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
This is 2K Sports. I'm Ernie Johnson. Welcome to the NBA. We're joined by the legends, Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. Tonight, it'll be the Detroit Pistons going up against the Oklahoma City Thunder. And for Oklahoma City, this is their first time facing off this season. Last year, they split the season series at a game apiece. And so for Kevin Durant, so many years in Oklahoma City, and I mean, this has been his franchise since he's come into the league in Seattle and OKC. Free agency at the end of the season. Shaq, if you're in his shoes, what sort of things are you considering right now?
Well, he's the biggest player to hit unrestricted free agency since LeBron's decision. So my question to him is when, where, and who?
Yeah, well, it's a tough decision because everyone wants him. Who doesn't want that guy? But, you know, he's going to look at how he looks like a loyal guy, and they have put a lot and invested a lot of in him.
Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave? Oh,
Welcome, basketball fans, to a very special Veterans Day edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Holland alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony with Doris Burke on our sideline. The fans here in Detroit ready to cheer on their Pistons in this interconference matchup. And going against Oklahoma City, their first meeting of the year. And not only a 1-1 split series between these two teams last year, guys, but both wins were on the road. So home court advantage wasn't that big an advantage.
It's not often we get to see this matchup, but it is a doozy when we do. Just two powerhouse teams facing off.
Really easy to tell that this is an important game, Greg. I mean, I don't know if the crowd will get a chance to take a breath in this one.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. So for Oklahoma City right now, inside you've got Ibaka and Cannon. Russell Westbrook out there with Freak, and it's Durant in at the 3 spot.
Yeah, good job to take it right at the lead.
Yeah, really left him no choice there, Greg. I mean, he had to foul and keep him from converting the easy bucket.
The Thunder shooting their first free throws of the game right now. He hits the second from the line. Here's Caldwell Pope. 17 points for him last game against Denver. He feeds it to Jackson. Kicks it to Lure. It's good. The assist this time from Jackson.
Well, Merry Christmas. I mean, that was a freebie.
On defense, Detroit. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Nuggets.
You know what? A lot of three-pointers, but for me, more so, it was the shot selection on those three-pointers. I just felt like they were just too trigger-happy from downtown.
You know, Greg, sometimes you're able to shoot your way out of a slump, but they just kept making things worse. Sometimes the harder you try, the worse it gets. How in the world did they let him get that wide open?
And so it's Oklahoma City with it. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And it goes back to what's been their strength, really, on the interior. From a defensive standpoint, they just defended the rim as well as you could.
Yeah, I thought it was really impressive the way they did it, guys. They were alert, they were active, they were aware, and their reaction to shots was outstanding.
And here's Jackson following the three-pointer by Freak. The dish to Caldwell Pope, and that's out of bounds. Detroit will retain possession.
Well, close to picking that one off.
Still a nice play to make sure that pass didn't reach its target.
Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. The shot misses. Westbrook with the nice D there. A moment to check in with Doris Burke. Doris?
Kevin, thank you. I spoke with the Pistons head coach for just a bit. He knows one of the hardest parts on scoring against this defense has to do with their prolific shot blocker, Serge Ibaka. He told me he's one of those guys who can get in your head a little bit because he's so mobile. You often don't see him coming. And Kevin, you add in his great rebounding and ability to hit from mid-range, and he's always an X-factor for them. Back to you.
Thank you, Doris. Now here's Jackson. On target from 13 feet.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
Yeah, and the mid-range shot really the only option in that situation. Sometimes when you're facing a bigger guy, you can't get it all the way to the rim.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
To the inside. Here's Drummond. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Threw it down with authority.
Oh, he can really fly. And you combine that, Clark, with some of the nice penetration, too, and you've got an easy 2 points.
And able to just play well above the rim. I mean, that makes this guy so dangerous when he's in the game.
Now here's Freak, coming off a solid outing against Miami. Jackson with it. Feeds to Lure. Passes it to Drummond. And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2. And he's got his first free throw of the game.
Shooting free throws.
And that one misses. A different look here for Detroit. Marcus Morris is checked in for Lure. Dang comes in for Johnson. And it's Chalmers in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. And then for Oklahoma City, Cole Aldrich. He's checked in for Cantor. Lavoy Allen comes in for Serge Ibaka. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Allen's shot is off. The Pistons trailing. Chalmers dishes to Morris. Morris with the screen for Jackson. Offensive rebound.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
Freak with it. He's picked up by Dang. Durant in the corner. Washington. Rebounded by the Pistons.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yeah, you speaking from experience? We already know how good his range is. He shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Allen, that's good.
And that putback about as easy a bucket as you're going to get.
Exactly what happens when you don't box out, Greg.
Now here's Dang. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Outside Jackson. Inside. 6 to shoot. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. And he's on his way to the free throw line.
Another nice bucket down low.
The Pistons shooting around 40% from the floor here. Taking a look at the Thunder. Durant the 3 and Ibaka the 4. Freak is out there with Russell Westbrook. And it's Cantor in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
And the lead goes right back. What a seesaw affair we've got going on.
This game's right there for the taking, but neither team can quite grab hold of it. Like a slippery bar of soap there. Somebody's got to take charge here.
Clark, a lot of give and take between these sides early.
Kevin, how about 6 lead changes in this half already?
Yeah, and both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
And Chalmers kicks to Bargnani. Here's Caldwell-Pope. And a miss there on the triple. The Thunder with the lead. Throws it up high. And Westbrook throws it down hard.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And guys, mark that play right there, because that could be the one that leads to a surge to break this thing wide open.
Caldwell-Pope kicks to Chalmers. Dang passes to Caldwell-Pope, releases, and Detroit again with the bucket. And for the Thunder, they're shooting at 50% in a decent groove. Westbrook gets a screen from Washington. And here in the second with about a minute and a half gone by. Lets it go from 11. No good. And the Pistons now going the other way. When this game is done, they'll be off to take on the Raptors. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Okay, well, let's check in with Doris Burke reporting from our sideline in this game. Doris, take it away.
Well, Kev, Freak in the last matchup against the Heat got the job done. He finished with 33 points and played some lockdown defense as well, causing havoc on both ends of the floor. He seemed to be everywhere on the floor the entire time and really was the star of the show, Kevin.
Great, Doris. Thanks. Any chance we see him top that performance right here tonight?
You know, I can't imagine he'd be able to pull off that kind of an outing 2 games in a row. But, hey, that's what the truly great ones are capable of doing.
Boy, even if he came close to matching it, that would be really impressive. But I tell you, that's asking an awful lot of one guy.
Cantor's shot is off.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Another bucket in the paint? That's something they just have not been able to stop today.
Yeah, the defense is all about disrupting timing and spacing, and what they've got going right now is not getting it done. No doubt he's struggling right now from the field. Let's see if he can get it going this quarter.
That's his 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle much more effectively.
You just cannot allow the offense to have that quality of a look each and every possession.
Here's Washington, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line.
How about that one? Able to maintain control and finish the play.
Yeah, we call that playing through the whistle. You know, he didn't give up on it when he heard the whistle. He kept his focus, his concentration, and he found a way to get the shot up and down.
Here's what Detroit's going with right now. Andre Drummond's checked in for Bargnani. Johnson comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Jackson in for Caldwell Pope. Free throw good. Freak. The Pistons have gone 5 of 8 from the floor here in the second quarter. Over 60% shooting. Here's Johnson. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. Durant in the corner and taken away by Johnson. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Chalmers against Cantor. Chalmers dishes to Lure. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Just his first attempt. And he sinks that one in the back of the rim on the way in. Chalmers has got his first basket. Thunder trailing by 4. Ibaka wide open. He fires. That misses, so no good on his first attempt of the night. The Pistons have gone 6 of 10 from the floor here in the second quarter. Johnson kicks to Jackson. Pistons passing it around. And it's Drummond missing. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Got that bucket in no time at all. And that's 15 points for Freak.
And just a step ahead of the D in that possession there, making the pass. Nice assist.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the floor way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
With a pause in the action, let's show you the teams that were best from the line last season. In third, the Thunder.
Collectively, I mean, they had an amazing year at the free throw line. Sometimes free throws.
Morris is checked in for the Pistons. And a new group in here for the Thunder. Cole Aldrich, he's checked in for Cantor. Lavoy Allen comes in for Serge Ibaka. Waiters, he's checked in for Kevin Durant. And it's Payne in for Russell Westbrook. Detroit's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Outside Jackson, pass to Morris. Back to Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. Beyond the arc. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got 5 assists tonight.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot. And it's really paid off for them during the run.
And it's Freak missing.
Boy, they're trailing in this game, and they're starting.